following broadcast is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
And good evening and welcome here to the Hive as we get ready for Heart of the Lake Conference boys basketball action. It's the Perham Yellow Jackets State River Falls Callers, actually I should say Section 8 2A boys basketball action. News and growth with Lance Rock as we get ready to go for the final regular season home game for the Yellow Jackets tonight as they take on the Prowlers here at the Hive. Yellow Jackets coming off a nice victory last night, defeating Breckenridge 52-27. On the other side of things, the Prowlers are coming off a 53-43 victory over Fosston and Lance. Should be a very unique game and a pivotal game when you look at the Section 8 2A standings.
Yeah, Jason, it's such nick and tuck right now, and just one game can, I think, vary what the ending looks like. And you don't think that much about it right now, and you think it's only one game, but it can really define what your road to the championship looks like. Win here by Thief River kind of would propel them, I think, in the standings. As we look at the QRF rankings, Dilworth sits number 1 at 8 with 8 at 18, Perham 2 at 24, and then it's a host of teams between 30 and 50. And, you know, that can easily shift with a win against a good opponent that has a good QRF. And both of these teams are fairly stout in that area.
And in that tiebreaker margin that we'll talk a lot about throughout this run here is expected to be within 6. So that throws into a lot of tiebreakers. And right now, if that were the case, Pelican Rapids just in that window with Perham, and they would probably overcome them and become the 2 seed, while Perham would be the 3 potentially further down, depending on how all those scenarios work out. And 2 big games for the Yellow Jackets to close out the regular season. Tonight, it's Thief River Falls. Then on Thursday, they're on the road to take on the Lumberjacks of Bemidji.
And the Lumberjacks, obviously a class up, and really nice team. Looking at their record and who they've played and who they've gone against, Jason, they're going to be a formidable opponent, to say the least. So, and I think you got to take one step at a time. And we talked about this last night, not overlooking Breckenridge. Well, I don't think you can overlook Thief River Falls onto Bemidji. And it's a great atmosphere tonight. It is, it's filling up fast. The band's playing. It gives you that tournament feel already, even though we've got a week or so to go here.
It's senior night, so you honor the several seniors on the Yellow Jacket squad. Bring your kid to the game night here at the Hive, and it's Jacket Buddy night, so it's going to be a fun night here. And we'll take a quick time out, come back with more on our pregame show on the Magnitude Sports Media.
Jake, no video games till your homework's done, bud.
It is done, Mom. What about your homework?
My homework?
Arvik donates $1 from our internet payment each month. Helps buy technology for my classroom. Computers, tablets, stuff that wasn't invented when you were in school.
Haha, good one.
It's free.
School partnership program. That's an easy assignment.
I can see it now. Video games for every student.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Perham Public Schools, School of Champions. Perham Public Schools, School of Champions.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
And welcome back here to the Hive as our KLN Family Brands pregame show rolls along tonight between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Thief River Falls Prowlers. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock on our regular season finale here tonight at the Hive. Home finale, I should say. The Yellow Jackets do have one more game, as do the Thief River Falls Prowlers. They have another pivotal game coming up when they take on the War Road Warriors, a team they have beaten earlier in the regular season.
Yeah, and it's such a big section. We've talked about that a lot. Following the wrestling, too, you look at Section 8AA in wrestling goes from Melrose all the way to Roseau. It's not much different here in basketball, and it's kind of that split of the north-south. You don't see those teams that often, and once in a while they venture down. It's nice to have Thief River Falls coming down. I'm thinking of War Road came down to Barnesville and played in a Christmas tournament type atmosphere there. Other than that, we don't really see the northern teams as much as maybe the rest of us would like to. It's almost two different sections that combined into one towards the end of the year. So probably a little different style of play. And again, the scouting's probably not as much for us, knowing what Thief River's really going to do. I do know a couple things. They're big in the post, and I don't want to say the Yellow Jackets have struggled with big men in the post, but it's definitely been not one of their strong suits this year. So I'm interested to see. I know we aren't talking about keys of the game, so to speak, but I'm interested to see how the Yellow Jackets match up tonight, and if the big posts from Thief River Falls and how we defend them.
And it looks like, just on paper, that this Thief River Falls team is a team that likes to put up points on the scoreboard, averaging over 65 points per game at 66.8, allowing 54.2, where the Yellow Jackets of late have kind of slowed things down a little bit more, scoring just 59 points per game while still playing that stifling defense at 52.2 points against.
Well, and I don't think there was any better view of what you just said, Jason, than last night's game when it was 27-5 at half. I don't care what level you're playing at, where you're playing, who you're playing, to hold a team to 5 points in the first half, you're playing lights out defense. And it's not just one or two guys. You have to be playing 5 guys working together as a unit. And I just saw their confidence grow that way. But on the flip side of that, when you're playing that good defense, it limits your possessions on offense sometimes. As we saw Breckenridge just kind of take ball control. They ran through their offense multiple times waiting for that crease to be open, and it didn't allow the Yellow Jackets quite so many possessions on offense. Thus, they only had 27 at half as well.
The Yellow Jackets with the record of 13-9 taking on the Prowlers with a record of 15-6. We'll take a timeout and come back with our Lakes Ace Hardware starting lineups.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood with expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the home convenience store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell.
And Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
There are probably plenty of things you'd love to focus on. Your finances? Probably not at the top of the list. Lucky for you, that's what we're here for. From checking and savings to home and auto loans, we'll bring your financial world into focus. Magnify Financial, your world in focus.
Cabro Metalworks in Rothsay offers machining, fabrication, and design services from CNC plasma cutting, precision forming and welding to prototype and CAD design. Cabro Metalworks can assist you with almost any project. Family owned and operated, Cabro Metalworks has a passion for metalworking and makes customer satisfaction its #1 priority. Whether you're a large corporation or an individual with a sketch design on a napkin, Cabro Metalworks can meet your needs from concept to the final product. Call 218-329-5990 or visit cabrometalworks.com today.
And welcome back once again to the Hive here at Perham High School. The Yellow Jackets are ready to take on the Thief River Falls Prowlers to wrap up the home portion of the regular season schedule for the Yellow Jackets. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as we get ready to go for this one. Starting lineups brought to you by Lakes Ace Hardware of Perham. And first, we'll look at the Prowlers, the Northwest Conference champions with the record of 7-0 in the conference, 15-6 overall. Starting at guard will be a senior Jack Unka. Starting at a guard is a junior Jack Rosendahl. Starting at guard is sophomore number 13 Caleb Rosendahl. Starting at center, a senior number 23 Brady Olson. And starting at a forward, a junior Jack Manning. The Prowlers, coached by John Hams. He's assisted by Josh Watney, Alan Samuelson, Riley Hendrickson, Dan Mapis, and Robert Lesnicki. The Yellow Jackets, familiar five. They'll start Micah Thompson, a 6'4" junior guard. Chaz Melvin, a 6' senior guard. 6'3" junior Soren Anderson, a 5'10" senior number 4 Marcus Belka, and a 6'2" junior forward Jacob Daniels. Dave Cressup, the head coach. He's assisted by Brian Schwantz, Grant Turkheising, and Brent Hansen. And also with Ryan Reuter, a volunteer assistant as well for the Yellow Jackets. And Lance, we talked about the size inside. If you're the Yellow Jackets, what do you think you're kind of going to do? Everyone knows it's that typical man-to-man D, but what are you going to do to try to slow down that height of Thief River Falls?
Right, and I think the Yellow Jackets will probably start out in their traditional and continue on that way. Jason, you talked about man-to-man defense, and they're really, really good at it. And I think you just got to go with what you've been doing best right now to start with. If they start to hurt you inside, maybe you got to look a little bit more to that help side defense, maybe shade down a little bit further underneath the basket, trying to get that bottom guy to almost look or act like a double team, but still be able to react and reach back out to the man that you're guarding. I think the key for Thief River is how are they going to shoot from outside. That defense is pretty stifling. We saw that against Breckenridge last night, where Breckenridge was getting the shots, but the shots were coming at a faster pace and maybe more defended than what they were used to. Thus, we got a lot of in and outs, front of the rim type shots. Will Thief River be able to handle that as we get going? And I think if we talked a lot about the girls, Perham girls, where a lot of times running from the inside to out has been successful for them. I think you're going to see the same thing from Thief River tonight.
Should be a very interesting matchup here tonight at the Hive between the Yellow Jackets and the Prowlers. It's senior night, Jacket Buddy night, special halftime show as well, and a large crowd here to wrap up the regular season at the Hive, and it's kind of nice to have that crowd again here at the Hive, something that we have actually kind of been missing the last few years.
Yeah, it is so fun to be in here, and you can tell it's turning up into. I talked to you, Jason. It just, you can feel the hum in the Hive right now. No pun intended there, but it just is a different little. It's like electric in here right now, and it's so fun. And I think you add to that the senior night and honoring them and all the other things that are going on. It's really awesome in here tonight, Jason.
Indeed it is, Lance, as we're just moments away from the start of this contest. We'll take a quick break, come back with more on the KLN Family Brands.
And this one popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina.
The Post 400 Stars return for season number 3 on Magnitude Sports. Saturday, March 12th starts a 14-game series live from Vero Beach, Florida. Also, catch the Stars live on Magnitude from the Veterans Classic Tourney, the Gopher Classic, the Creighton Prep Tournament from Omaha, Nebraska, all the home games, and every game from the state tournament at Young Field in West Fargo will be live on Magnitude. If it's Post 400 baseball, it's on Magnitude Sports.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
They say $1 doesn't go far these days, but in my classroom, it does. Especially when I can use it to buy technology to keep my students on the cutting edge of learning.
Arvig donates money to my school through a school partnership program.
$1 of your payment goes to area schools like mine for computers, tablets, smart technology.
It doesn't cost me anything extra to provide a better,
brighter,
more connected classroom.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Again to the Hive as it is senior night tonight. As they introduce the Yellow Jackets here tonight, and there's a good core of them that have put in their time for the Yellow Jackets. Chaz Melvin, Marcus Belka, Josh Peterson, Michael Schwantz, and Austin Onenson. The senior class playing their final regular season game here in the Hive tonight.
Yeah, and it's always kind of a sentimental type evening, and Jason, you and I were talking about the time and commitment that these young athletes put in now, and we always used to as well, but when you kind of see that the ending coming close, having my own boys now and seeing it through their lens, it just is something that's special, and how much this means to them, and it's nice to share this night with them and honor them, and they're up on the TVs in the screens, and so you really get a chance to honor them and thank them for bringing us entertainment.
That they have throughout the last few years. As is tradition, they get a poster, honoring framed poster of them throughout their career. I remember having actually some of my pictures being used for some of these in the past when I worked at the paper. But now it's a nice little tradition and keepsake for the players.
Yeah, and it's something, from years down the road, it might be hanging in their man cave, or when they get back together as 5, 6, 7, 10 years, and you do the remember wins. And I know we talk about that. You and I still reminisce going out for supper tonight. We did we both kind of had a remember when moment. Remember when we did this, and those are the memories, and that's what high school athletics are truly about. It's always great, but only one team's going to win the state tournament and the state championship. It's going to be the remember wins that live a lifetime.
And another senior that not on the roster, but due to injury, is put in a lot of time with this program as well as Connor Kostanek.
Yeah, and what an awesome thing for Connor. I mean, it could have been one of those he knew with the injury, the knee injury, he wasn't going to be able to probably participate this year, but he has been at every game, he's at every practice, he's at every walkthrough. Just an awesome, when you talk about a teammate, you could probably look up Connor Kostanek's name, and there would be a picture of him there, because he's just one of those kids that it's fun to watch him around, and he kind of brings this team together, kind of being the glue.
And it's great to see him get honored tonight as well here at the Hive right now. Our Lakes Ace Hardware starting lineups for the Prowlers. Again, Jack Hunka, Jack Rosendahl, Caleb Rosendahl, Brady Olson, and Jack Manning for the Prowlers. The Yellow Jackets will counter with Micah Thompson, Chaz Melvin, Soren Anderson, Marcus Belka, and Jacob Daniels. We thank you again for tuning in to the KLN Family Brands pregame show here at the Hive. And Lance, we got a good one to wrap up the regular season.
We absolutely do, and like you said, it's fun to see the atmosphere, and Thief River Falls traveled really well too. If you ever wonder about how the program is and who we're playing, I think take a look at when you got to travel 2+ hours and how many people show up. And Thief River, the Prowlers have a following here tonight, which means they're having a pretty good season. We talked a little bit about the Prowlers, Jason. I think if you're the Yellow Jackets, you just turn up that defensive heat, and that's where their confidence, and that's been their bread and butter through this whole time, has been turn up that defense and let your offense come through your defense. I do think they're going to have to shoot the ball. Last night they started out extremely hot. Chaz Melvin, 4 threes right away, kind of extended that game in a quick hurry. Someone's going to have to play that role again tonight.
Just entertained right now as the Yellow Jackets throwing T-shirts tonight to the fans, the Jacket Buddies all over the court, which will make things interesting for the start of this game as they try to clear everyone off the court for the start of this one. As you can see in the corner of our camera here on the screen as we get ready to go for this one with our Arvig opening tap. Just a few seconds away. Thief River Falls Prowlers look ready to go. They mean business tonight.
Right, and a lot of these things you think hype up your own kids. 2 things I think you got to guard against. Kind of going out with that adrenaline pumping, and all of a sudden you kind of hit a lag, and also you're also pumping up the opposing team as well.
The Arvig opening tap will be Jack Manning with Soren Anderson. Now they're trying to get the student sections to back up. And we'll have our Arvig opening tap right here. And it's grabbed by the Prowlers, Jack Hunka. Goes to Rosendahl. Back up top here, it goes to Caleb Rosendahl. They exchange passes now to Manning. Watch for him tonight. Manning kicks it out here, and now on the extra pass near side for Rosendahl. Comes back here for Anka. Inside, kick back up. Rosendahl, that's Jack Rosendahl. Spins into the lane, but he travels.
And I think your initial question was answered there. I see Soren Anderson sneaking over to kind of double up on Manning. Little different look than the Yellow Jackets have. They kind of ran at him a little bit, so let's see if that continues. That might be a big play of Manning finding out who's open.
Daniels will launch the three. That's good. Jacob Daniels gets the Yellow Jackets on the board as he hits the three. Now with it, Caleb Rosendahl. Kicks back near side for Anka. Couple battles in the post taking place with it. Manning drives to the hoop strong. Thompson with the defense, and Anderson gets the loose change.
And I'm not surprised to see Micah Thompson on Manning. Micah just steps up to the bat wherever, like, give me your best player night in and night out, and he never bats an eye. And this time is going to be a little different, as it's going to be a bigger post player.
Soren Anderson getting the screen from Melvin, goes to his left, drives, floats it up, no good. Rebound grabbed eventually inside by Brady Olson. And the Prowlers will bring it back.
You got to like to see Marcus Belka stirring it up in there again real early, and a great job by him.
Pull-up jumper is good for Jack Rosendahl. He got in the lane and hits the pull-up jumper, cuts the lead.
And watching the Prowlers, they can shoot from outside, but I think they want to establish that inside to make it easier on their outside players.
Daniels to Belka. He will launch a three. That's off the iron. Rebound grab near side by Rosendahl.
Really good shot out of the offense, open. Now you're going to make that guard come out and defend you next time, which is going to lead to a dump inside to one of the post players.
Tough pass cross court. Right as he let go, Anka knew it. It's out of bounds on the Perham sideline. They'll get the basketball.
One of the things you saw probably in your screen is the Thief River posts were kind of talking to each other. They both ended up in the same spot the last two offensive series, kind of double posting up, and I think they're trying to clear that up now.
Anderson drives baseline, goes to the hoop, altered. He goes down, but the Prowlers get the ball. Here's Anka now. Rosendahl steps into a long three. It's short. Manning saves it through the lane, and Belka gets the loose ball. Now to Anderson, spins into the lane, stops, fires up a shot. It's short, or too strong, excuse me. Now getting the ball is Anka, quickly up ahead. Left hand layup, too strong. Manning gets his own board. Now it's to the floor. They're trying to time it out. Instead, it's going to be a foul, and I believe they're going to call it on Melvin. It is on Melvin for that reach.
And it's kind of interesting. I was talking up Manning, and then he misses kind of the bunny there, Jason. I think he was surprised at how open he was and just went up a little strong.
Anka with it now. Manning going up strong against Thompson, out to glass, good for two.
That's a little bit more of what I saw in the couple games I've watched of the Prowlers, is just his strength backing down in, and he's a tough defend.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the Big 12 glory days of the Jayhawks as they go inside to Thompson. Thompson working space, shot up and in for two.
Boy, that was great body leverage there for Thompson. Just sitting there, and he kind of held his own space so he wasn't pushed underneath the basket.
Now with the Caleb Rosendahl, they go left side. Back up top for Jack Rosendahl. Into Manning. Manning, double team on him, and he throws up the shot. It's no good. Anderson's there for the loose change in the rebound. He'll bring it back for the Yellow Jackets. Thompson steps into a three. That one's off the iron. And there is Olsen for the rebound. Fowler's doing a good job on the glass early on.
And you can see that post up happening. Guard hit to the opposite shoulder. If he would have hit to the downward shoulder, it would have been a layup. But just that sheer size of that posting, Jason, they're getting to the block, and the Yellow Jackets are going to have to defend that maybe a little differently than they are right now.
Prowlers trailed by a point to the Yellow Jackets as we approach the 14-minute mark. There's the cut for Anderson. The layup, no good. A lot of contact, but the play through. Manning drives through contact himself, shot no good.
And it's a physical play right now, and it's going both ways. So you might go, oh, Soren got fouled on that one. But you could say the same thing about Manning on this end. They're letting them play.
Thompson drives, looks for help now. Kick out top for Daniels. He's got the open look. That one's off the mark to the left, and the rebound grabbed again by the Prowlers. That was Trevor Rose on that board. And we got a timeout called by John Hams. Prowlers trail by points.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Welcome back to the high. They'll take a sweep by a point. Really going. Now to Jack Rosendahl as he drives. This is near high side for Dylan Hand, and now the pass goes to the far side. Manning, cross court. Now stepping into a three is Jack Rosendahl, and it's good.
And there was the effects of that double team. Soren went again, Soren Anderson cut across. It was the second pass then that was the open shooter, and I think Thief can hit those if they're wide open.
Belka with the drive and dish to Daniels. Now they bring it back out to Melvin. Hands it off to Anderson, now to Daniels. Over to Thompson on the left. Thompson into the lane. Jump stop, kick out. Belka with the head fake, drives, kicks. And an offensive foul going to be on Belka on the player control as he was finishing his drive through the lane.
And the right idea there by Marcus, just kind of getting that jump stop in there will help him tremendously.
Rosendahl for the Thief Perfer with the pass to Caleb Rosendahl. He will drive with Caleb Rosendahl. Now it comes back to Dylan Hahn. Near side it goes to Rose. Cross court to kick the three, good. And Caleb Rosendahl hits a big three. And right now the Prowlers off to a strong start, answering the early start for the Yellow Jackets.
Again, I think it's that post presence that's making it real easy for their outside play right now.
Anderson to answer for three, doesn't get it to drop. And the Yellow Jackets were shooting well out from outside last night, struggling a little bit tonight from outside. Tough pass there, and Anderson will grab it. Now Thompson looking to run for a moment. We'll get it to Melvin, up to Daniels. Thought about it, now he's going to drive, now kick right. Belka will drive, kick back out, Daniels. Daniels steps into a three. That one's off the mark, and Thompson's there for the board. Thompson with the dish to Belka. Belka through the lane, finds Daniels cutting. Left-hand shot, no good. Rebound grabbed by Olsen.
And I'm not sure how Marcus found him. He got kind of hip check going underneath there and was going to the ground and just did kind of like a NFL shovel pass. And it's getting physical out there, Jason.
Back iron shot by Jack Rosendahl. They converge for the rebound, and up ahead is Micah Thompson. Thompson takes a look and lays it up and in for two. Did a nice job leaking out when he realized that his guy was getting the board.
Yeah, that's good basketball knowledge to just kind of see that your guy's going to have it and put some pressure on Thief River getting back, and now they can't crash the boards quite so hard.
Trevor Rose kicks out up top, now driving Caleb Rosendahl. Now they go back inside. That's Brady Olsen. Goes up to the hoop strong and gets it to go for two. 5 points, Prowler lead on our United Community Bank scoreboard. Melvin thought about the three, now will drive, kickoff. Nice dish and a foul as Anderson's going up. And he'll go to the EOT Insurance free throw line to shoot a pair. Fouls on Dylan Hahn, his first. The first one for Soren Anderson is good. Alex Holm checking in for the Jackets. And that one is good as well. Yellow Jackets down by 3 as the Prowlers bring the ball up court. Comes near side Hahn. Now Jake Frederick with it. Looks inside, but it's not there. We talked about it, Lance. The Yellow Jackets, or the Prowlers, really want to work that ball inside. Couple of extra passes and a three-pointer from Anka's off the mark. And Anderson gets the rebound. Now Ohm coming back for the Yellow Jackets. Josh Peterson also in for the Yellow Jackets as well. He'll get the pass. Now goes to Soren Anderson. Anderson, the dish to Peterson, steps into a three. That's off the mark. Thompson with a good offensive board there for the Yellow Jackets to keep this possession alive. Melvin to Ohm. Ohm drives. They cut him off. He finds Peterson. Peterson drives, dishes. Thompson trying to create space. Goes up strong. Shot no good. Now tied up and held ball.
Real impressed by the Prowlers defense tonight. We've talked at magnitude too about the Yellow Jackets defense. Prowlers have really just taken away those passing lanes that the Yellow Jackets are used to getting. So we're going to have to get some different type slicing cuts, and Marcus Belka does a really nice job of that, of bringing the defender to him and then passing off. We'll have to see the Yellow Jackets do a little more of that tonight, I believe.
Inside, Thompson bats that one away from Brady Olson. And now Manning will come back in. Him and Olson will switch. 9:16-ish to go in this first half. Rosendahl. Now to Anka. Goes baseline with the pass to Frederick. Now he tries to force it to Manning. Comes back to him. Now it goes into Manning and a foul. They're going to call the bump underneath. It's going to be on Thompson.
And that was a good foul because I think Manning had such good possession. We certainly don't want to see Micah Thompson get into foul trouble because I think he's someone who can guard these guys. But he's having his work cut out for him right now.
Double comes. Now that leaves Hahn open for three. Oof. Might want that one back because it comes back out to Rosendahl. Frederick. They swing around up top. Rosendahl with it. Caleb Rosendahl spins. Now passes, and was looking for a jumper there was Frederick, but Yellow Jackets converged on him quickly. As Manning works inside through traffic and gets it to go.
It's really kind of an old school post-up move, Jason. He's kind of going up and unders and really working his leverage underneath there.
Thompson. Shot no good on the three-pointer. And Frederick gets the rebound, and Rosendahl pushes it up to Anka, drives baseline, kick out here. Now into Manning. Manning creates space again and just bowls his way to another basket.
And Thief Rivers, their offense is set to do this. They're reversing the ball to get Manning to have better post-up position.
Some early predictions that we were told and may have had are looking out the window right now as that pass is forced and ends up in the hands of Ohm for a moment. And now it's stolen away. Hahn thought about it, but passed it up. Goes to Rosendahl. Now to Anka. Manning again. Nice pass here for Hahn. Hahn can't handle it. Goes to the floor. And eventually a held ball will be called. And now it'll be Yellow Jacket basketball. Jacob Daniels back in for the Yellow Jackets. Trevor Rose in as well for the Prowlers. Home with it. Thompson. There's Anderson. He's got the look. He'll take the three that's off. Rebound grab by Rosendahl. Hahn back to Rosendahl. Inside Manning. Manning trying to fight, and he gets called for the travel. Manning might be looking for the fact that every time before the entry pass comes, I don't know if you saw this, Lance, there's a subtle push to the back every time they go with the entry pass.
And you read my mind, Jason. I was going to say, Mike has got to be careful because it's not so subtle. If we're seeing it up here, it's a two-hand to the lower back, and they're going to call that because it's affecting the play of the game as Chaz Melvin hits two. But Yeah, we're going to have to be real careful there. Subtle was a nice way to put it, Jason.
As Rosendahl has it, hands it off for Anka. Anka off the screen, comes Sahan. Yellow Jackets change up their look a little bit as Manning drives, shot no good. Anderson gets the rebound.
And this game is as advertised. I mean, it is physical. It's been fun to watch. It's been well played. There hasn't been a ton of turnovers.
Ohm for three. That's good. Alex Ohm, a big three-pointer. That might be what the Yellow Jackets need as they cut it to 2. And you mentioned it's got that playoff feel, especially with the way it's so physical right now.
Yeah, it is. And it doesn't seem like it should be that way, but it certainly does change at playoff time.
Shot is up and good for Jack Rosendahl.
That's one of the things I think every time the Yellow Jackets make a run, the Prowlers do something really nice to kind of stymie this crowd again.
Anderson back to Daniels. Melvin. Right side Ohm. Daniels again, they swing over to Anderson. Anderson drives baseline into Manning. Shot up, doesn't drop. Manning gets the rebound.
And that's the difference, I think. They're driving into 6'6" guys right now, and it's tougher to get the shot that they're usually ready to get.
Manning travels. Belka will come in, as will Caleb Rosendahl and Brady Olson for the Prowlers. 5:15 to go. It's a 4-point Prowler lead here in the early going in the first half. Thompson to Anderson. Screen comes, he'll go right to Melvin. Melvin over to Anderson. Anderson thought about it, looked for the entry pass, but Olson does a nice job cutting that lane off. Now Belka will go right, get a screen, go left. Fires a pass to Thompson. Thompson steps back. They close quickly. He'll cross it over here near side for Soren Anderson. Anderson, as they switch, goes to Belka. Belka to Daniels. Now Anderson uses a screen. Bounce pass inside. Thompson through his hands and out of bounds.
I think it's a little bit of the length of Thief River Falls. I just kind of caught myself watching there, Jason. Their arms are in all the passing lanes, and they're just doing a super nice job. And Olson, I believe you said number 10, is about the same size as Soren and is really just defending him up right now.
Olson spins, shot short, and Thompson gets the rebound. And now a foul. They're going to call it on Olson. That one may have come from the offensive side of the floor. And the frustration on the drive to the hoop. Now Daniels to Anderson. Gets a screen. Nice pass inside, but Manning read it better. As Anderson cuts right through, knifes and gets the bucket and the foul. The hoop and the harm for Anderson puts him at the EOT insurance line. Fouls on Caleb Rosendahl. Free throw by Soren Anderson, too strong. Rebound grabbed by Daniels. Fights off a defender and a foul. That's going to be on Brady Olson, his second. Showed his displeasure. Team's fourth. Jake Friedrich comes in for him as Olson exits with 2 fouls under 4. As Thompson has it. Pass into Anderson, ends up going to Daniels on the redirect. And now Thompson has it. Belka drives, nice dish. Thompson up strong, shot no good. Draws the foul. Fouls on Manning, will be his first.
That's what I was talking about. Marcus Belka does such a nice job of that dribble drive and then dumping it off to as he gets that defender to come over.
Thompson gets the first to go. He's got 5. That's the EOT insurance line tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Chance to tie it up right here. And it's too strong.
I'd look for the Thief River Falls to go into Manning. I know no surprise to anybody here, but they need to kind of settle this back down again, and he's kind of been that mainstay.
Up top now it goes to Rosendahl. Into Manning. There it is. Manning backs down. Nice spin move to the hoop. Short on the layup, though. Couldn't finish. And Soren Anderson's there for the rebound.
Impressive thing was he felt that double team and went the other way, Jason. So we'll take that he missed the shot, but really super excellent play there by Manning.
Belka with it. Drives baseline. Comes back up to Melvin. Melvin fakes one pass, goes to Daniels. Now to Anderson, makes a nice leaping catch in front of head coach Sean Hamza. Now makes a nice spin move to the hoop, but shot doesn't drop. Rebound poked and grabbed by the Prowlers. Anko with it. Into the lane, Manning. Manning hoops strong, short. Anderson with it. To Daniels, the right side. Thompson for three. That's short off the iron.
And I think if you're the Yellow Jackets, you're counting yourself fortunate right now. Manning with 2 missed layups. I can't foresee that happening too many times in a row, as good a player as he is.
Nice pass, backdoor layup there for Jake Frederick.
Interesting play there by Thief River. They got everybody going towards Manning's side and then back cut the other side. So nice little cat and mouse game going on here.
Thompson gets the rocket pass from Melvin now to Daniels. Belka tries baseline, waits for the defenders to clear and puts it up and in.
Great hesitation by Marcus. Got the guy up and his defender up in the air and then just waited for him to come down and put the basket in. Nice job, Marcus.
Caleb Rosendahl trying to drive on Melvin. We'll give it to Jack Rosendahl. Rosendahl spins. Now with another move, a jumper. He really likes that shot. Doesn't get it to go. Manning's put back too strong. And Anderson will bring it up court. Anderson in the lane. Nice dish, a nice finish by Micah Thompson. He served that one up perfectly, and Thompson put it away.
Thompson's just got such a great knack of cutting to the open spot. And his teammates respect that and get him the ball.
Manning gets the board and the putback.
And there might have been a turnaround as fair play there. A little shove, I think, by Manning got Micah Thompson out of the way.
We approach the minute mark. Melvin turnaround floater, no. Rebound Thompson grabbed out of his hands by Rosendahl on the way up. Jack Rosendahl with a nice block and steal, drives and gets the bump. The foul will be on Marcus Belka. And that's a big one, actually, because that's his second. But fortunately, it's only 51.1 seconds to go in the half. Alex Ohm will quickly come in. Rosendahl, Ohm closed quickly on him. Uses the screen. Goes to his left. Hands it off for Caleb Rosendahl. Now Jack Rosendahl looking inside. He'll drive against Ohm. Now to Hahn. Caleb Rosendahl.
I was wondering if they were going to wait for the last shot, maybe take a timeout and get Manning back in the game, but they look like they're going to go for the three-pointer.
And it's good. Caleb Rosendahl has 6 points and a big three-pointer to make it a 4-point game as we hit 10 seconds ago. Ohm with 6, bounce pass to Anderson. Anderson, the double comes, the kick out to Melvin, to Daniels, before the buzzer for 3, it's good! Nothing but nylon for Jacob Daniels, and the Yellow Jackets trail by a point. What a bucket there, Lance, and that is a big momentum shot there for the Yellow Jackets.
Right, and momentum was definitely going to go on the way of Thief River into the locker room. Now, even though Thief River's up, I think it goes a little bit back to the Yellow Jackets, and that's why you never want to take 3 off the board, but I was kind of wondering if they were going to hold to the last second, maybe use that time off, bring at about 10, bring Manning back in the game and run their offense. But hey, I wouldn't take a 3 off the board either, but huge shot by the Yellow Jackets to set.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
There are probably plenty of things you'd love to focus on. Your finances? Probably not at the top of the list. Lucky for you, that's what we're here for. From checking and savings to home and auto loans, we'll bring your financial world into focus. Magnify Financial, your world in focus.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses, so it's just really inspirational for me.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Cabro Metalworks in Rossay offers machining, fabrication, and design services from CNC plasma cutting, precision forming and welding to prototype and CAD design. Cabro Metalworks can assist you with almost any project. Family owned and operated, Cabro Metalworks has a passion for metalworking and makes customer satisfaction its #1 priority. Whether you're a large corporation or an individual with a sketch design on a napkin, Cabro Metalworks can meet your needs from concept to the final product. Call 218-329-5990 or visit cabrometalworks.com today.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
You ready? Welcome back here at the halftime as the Yellow Jackets trail the Thief River Falls Prowlers by a score of 25-24 here at the Hive. Halftime entertainment taking place as the Yellow Jackets, Lance, a big three-pointer at the end of that first half was really key for them to take some momentum into that second half.
Right, and it's kind of the game we expected, I think, Jason, when you were talking about how close Section 8AA is, and it's just absolutely crazy to think Thief River on the road up 25-24, coming in as the 5 seed in Section 8AA. It really tells you how tight this section is and how many good playoff games I think that are going to take place. And I think you got to be ready every night to take on these teams. And it's not that the Yellow Jackets weren't prepared. I am just impressed with how well Thief River plays together as a team. And other than probably 2 or 3 misses underneath for Manning that I don't think is something that he's used to, just telling by his body expression when he missed that second kind of layup gimme, it was contested. They'd have another 6 points, and all of a sudden, without that three-pointer, we're talking about an 8, 9, 10-point lead going into half for Thief River. So Yellow Jackets have some things that they need to clean up. I think one of the things is their normal passing lanes aren't there. Thief River is so long, and they're getting into those back cut passing lanes. We're going to have to look at a different way. One of the ways that we talked about was Marcus Belka and his dribble drive, and he's probably has 4 or 6 points, but he probably has equally that many assists by getting in that lane, drawing the defender, and then kicking for the open shot. So things I think that we're going to see some adjustments at half, definitely by the Yellow Jackets, and you know that Thief River's ready to throw in some wrinkles as well.
KLN Family Brands halftime show rolls along. Here's our scoring in that first half. Leading the way for the Yellow Jackets, Micah Thompson with 7. Jacob Daniels with 6. He started the half with the 3, ended the half with the 3. Has 6 points for the Yellow Jackets. Soren Anderson with 4. Alex Ohm with 3. Marcus Belka, Chaz Melvin with 2 each. On the other side of things for the Prowlers, leading the way, Jack Manning with 8. Jack Rosendahl with 7. Caleb Rosendahl with 6, and a pair each for Brady Olson and Jake Friedrich. One thing in that first half, and I'm sure the Thief River Falls head coach John Hams might notice this as well himself. The Prowlers did not attempt a free throw in that first half. The Yellow Jackets were 3 of 5 for the free throw line.
Right, the Yellow Jackets did a lot of that off that dribble drive penetration type look. I'm sure if you're Thief River, you're thinking it's pretty physical underneath. The way we're playing, we're not getting those calls. But you also sometimes have to make those calls become obvious to the officials as well. So I don't think we're going to see Thief River do anything different. I would go into Manning every time that I could until he needs a break. And then Olsen was really good as well. So I think that they've got it, and they've got enough outside shooting that when the Yellow Jackets collapse, it's that ball rotation that they showed, which I was most impressive with. They didn't take the first early open shot. It was the second or third pass that got them a really, really good shot, and they were knocking them down. So going to be a great second half.
Yellow Jackets trail by a point. We'll take a break and come back.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
$1 doesn't go far these days, but in my classroom, it does. Especially when I can use it to buy technology to keep my students on the cutting edge of learning.
Arvig donates money to my school through a school partnership program.
$1 of your payment goes to area schools like mine for computers, tablets, smart technology.
It doesn't cost me anything extra to provide a better,
brighter,
more connected classroom.
Welcome back to the Hot Ones as we get ready to go for this second half here on the Main Street Sports Media Network. The Yellow Jackets and the Prowlers doing battle here as the Yellow Jackets trail by a point.
Yeah, and a great high school basketball game, especially going into tournament time. And you talk about all the things that have been going on. It's back-to-back-to-back-to-back nights almost, other than having a Sunday off for the Yellow Jackets. And I'm sure the same, I didn't look at the Thief River Falls schedule, but as compacted as this schedule has gotten, it's been a lot of game time for these guys and not a lot of practice.
The Arvig opening inbounds pass to start the second half will go Daniels to Micah Thompson, and away we go for the second half here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network as that inbounds pass was brought to you by Arvig. Now with the basketball, Chance Melvin. He'll go to Thompson. Now to Daniels. Near side, Belka. Belka in the lane. Loses control, and it gets tapped And out of the hands of Melvin, but saves it. And Daniels has it. As the Yellow Jackets reset. That's Micah Thompson to Soren Anderson. Nice bounce pass, but it's tapped away.
And that's where I was saying they're so good with their length. They knock away that pick and roll and that back door play that the Yellow Jackets are so accustomed to getting, and a big part of their offense.
Take out on top, Caleb Rosendahl with it. Inside it goes. Now back to Rosendahl. There's Manning with it. Manning elects to give it to Jack Rosendahl.
The way they're working this, I wonder if they have a little high-low action off of this, Jason, where they're going to seal down below, Manning up top, and go big to big at some point.
Caleb Rosendahl goes right side into the lane. He's fouled on the way up and will shoot a pair. It'll be the first free throws of the game for Caleb Rosendahl and the Thief River Falls Prowlers. That's kind of what I touched on a little bit. You knew a matter of time that would happen.
That was a great call. And again, it seems like tonight it's coming off the dribble drive, that foul situation, more so than if you're in the post or you're set and your feet are set. So continue to maybe see Thief River go after, as the second free throw is also good, going after a little dribble drive themselves out of this.
They hit two from the EOT Insurance free throw line. Is now Belka with drive. Shot blocked and eventually grabbed by Jack Rosendahl. Now Caleb Rosendahl over to Jack Rosendahl. Gets the screen, now the roll. Manning just pulls his way through the lane and gets called for the offensive foul. That'll be Manning's second. Yellow Jackets trail by 3. As Thompson to Belka. Almost stolen away, but Belka gains control to Melvin. Now Micah Thompson with it. Soren Anderson. Anderson drives, kicks to Melvin. Now to Belka. They swing it over to Thompson. Thompson against Manning, drives. Gets underneath, layup, too strong. Manning for the board. Now driving is Anka. Kick out. Manning drives again. This time they're going to let the contact go, and Manning gets to go for two. Don't think they're going to call that twice in a row. And coming back is Soren Anderson. Anderson near side, tapped out of bounds on the pass for Melvin.
Right, and a lot of our halftime predictions are coming true. Jason, you said about getting to the free throw line. I thought they needed to continue to go inside if you're Thief River. And the Yellow Jackets are moving the ball well. Let's just see if they can get Soren Anderson open for a three. Anka's been doing a really nice job on him.
Micah Thompson with a nice jumper. Gets that to go. He's got 9, cuts the lead to 3. And this pivotal Section 8 2A contest here tonight at the Hive could really put some wrenches into that QRF rankings. And Manning finds the first row with that pass, hitting a near side local reporter with that one. As it's under 15, it'll be Yellow Jackets basketball. Thompson to Anderson. Now to Daniels. Over to Anderson. Anderson gets cut off. Comes back up to Melvin. Melvin with it. Goes to Thompson. Thompson to the free throw line. Nice move to get the defender off his feet, but just can't finish.
Yeah, great step under there. And if you notice on defense, they're rotating their guy against Soren Anderson. So they're bringing in fresh legs every 2 to 3 minutes and just chasing him around. So the other Yellow Jackets have to feed off that, make their cuts, and get their open shots.
Frederick kicks it back out. Rosendahl, long three off the front iron. Rebound grabbed by Jacob Daniels. Now Micah Thompson. against Manning. And a lot of skin on that reach-in attempt, but they let it play on.
And that kind of came from the crowd, that you could hear that they were right down beside that.
Thompson drives, nice pass, Anderson, and he finishes. Manning to Dylan Hahn. Hahn to Caleb Rosendahl. Rosendahl. The dish there for Frederick now goes to Hahn again. Cross court. Frederick. Manning and Thompson continue to battle in the paint. That's been entertaining to watch.
I find myself kind of glued on that. The rest of the pieces are moving, but I focus on those two. It's such a good battle right now.
And Hahn gets inside, shot no good. Rebound to Thompson. The Yellow Jackets a chance to take the lead. Now to Anderson. Anderson with the spin move. Works in the lane, the floater doesn't drop. Manning fights, gets the board, taps it near side. It goes to Rosendahl.
And I think Soren's having to work so hard to get open that the last thing he's thinking about is the shot itself. And give credit to Thief River there with their physical play.
Manning, a jumper, too strong. Rebound to Rosendahl. He goes in the lane, the dish, and the put up for two for Jack Frederick is good. For Jake Frederick, excuse me.
And the physical play continues, and it's being called both ways. So there's no true advantage to this other than maybe the physical size of Thief River.
Turned over and back the other way are the Prowlers. Rosendahl. Jack Rosendahl to Jake Frederick, and the jumper's good. And it's now a 33-28 Prowler lead. Belka to Micah Thompson. To Chaz Melvin. He'll step into a three. That's too strong. Long rebound grabbed by Hahn. Now Rosendahl. Jack Rosendahl to Hahn. Rosendahl thought about a long one. He's hit one earlier. Now Manning's going to back down. The double comes on him. And that left Hahn wide open. That goes off his hands and out of bounds. And a couple of subs coming in. Alex Ohm and Mikey Schwantz come in for the Yellow Jackets. Michael Schwantz will inbound.
Boy, I like that look. A nice little dump bounce pass would have been a layup. It was kind of a bullet to him, and I don't know that he was expecting it. But the thought is there, and it's a nice look for Thief River.
Thompson drives, handoff Anderson, back to Thompson. He'll take a long jumper short. Rebound grabbed, and outlet it up ahead for Rose. Nice ball movement there and a finish by Trevor Rose.
Boy, was that ever a nice play. All five moving pieces, and they just were in harmony right there, and boy, that looked nice.
Melvin for three off the back iron. And a rebound grab by Brady Olson.
Pivotal point right here, Jason. I think as we're at a 7 point, we don't want to see this creep into double digits.
Anka with it to Hahn. Rosendahl, the three, no good. Rebound to Micah Thompson as we approach the 10-minute mark.
And that was close to putting it into double digits as that thing rimmed in and out, and was a nice-looking three-point shot.
Alex Ohm will take a three. That's no good. Schwantz the board. Anderson into Thompson. Triple comes on him and a foul as Thompson will go to the EOT insurance line.
And you just get that feeling tonight that nothing's going to be easy against these Prowlers, Jason. Micah Thompson triple teamed under there and still had the wherewithal to go up with the shot, draw the foul, and get himself to the free throw line.
And that one's off the mark from the EOT insurance line. 9:45 to go. Yellow Jackets trail by 7. Misses them both, but Anderson's there to get the board. Now to Ohm. Ohm into the lane. To Schwantz. Schwantz will drive, kick it over to Ohm. Melvin's going to take a three. That one's good. And that might be the three that helps open the door for the Yellow Jackets.
Right, and that was a big shot on a possession where Thief could have had it again, but if it wasn't for Soren Anderson getting that offensive rebound.
Inside it goes. And an offensive foul on the drive by Brady Olson. That's his third. A nice shot by the Yellow Jackets there to draw that one, and then a chance to move within a possession. Home with it. Pass to Thompson inside. Thompson looking for help. Gets to Ohm. Now to Melvin. Now to Ohm. Ohm thought about it for a second, but passed that one up. Goes to Thompson. To Melvin. Melvin loses control, but Schwantz is there. And Thompson saves it. To Ohm. Melvin. Melvin will drive. Looks for help, gets it to Anderson. Now Schwantz into the lane, pull-up jumper off the mark. Now Hahn with it. Now he passes the right side to Rose, back up top. And it's batted out of bounds by Micah Thompson.
And one of the things you brought up earlier in the broadcast, Jason, was it looked like from the scores, Thief River really wanted to get up and down the floor. It seems like they're pretty content to play in this half-court style of offense right now with the lead and work for the shot they want.
Now with it, Manning. Nice spin move to the hoop, draws the foul. Shot doesn't drop, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Manning's got 10 points on the night. I'll go to the EOT Insurance free throw line. Fouls on Micah Thompson. That's his second of the evening. Manning misses that one.
And as physical as this has been, and the battle that we talked about of those two underneath, to only have 2 fouls with 7:57 remaining is pretty remarkable.
Manning gets second. He's got 11. It's now a 5-point Prowler lead. And we got a timeout. Yellow Jackets trail by 5.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Perham Public Schools, School of Champions. Perham Public Schools, School of Champions.
We're back here to the Hive. Under 8 to go. Yellow Jackets by 5. Yellow Jackets have possession. Home with it. Gets a screen from Daniels. Now goes to Micah Thompson. He'll take a three. That's off the mark.
That was a nice shot right in schedule of the offense, and just a tad short, but a good looking shot for Micah. And again, I think he'll hit him. It's just give him a few more times here.
Rosendahl. Now inside Manning. Manning. Shot no good. Thompson is fouled, going for the rebound. Fouls on Jack Rosendahl.
And I really think Manning, it's a kind of amazing. He was almost triple teamed there. He still got the shot off, and it rimmed him in and out. But I'm almost waiting for Thief to get that cutter to slice from the other side. I think he's going to be wide open for a layup if they make the right cut.
Melvin gets fouled. That's on Rosendahl again.
Fouls adding up now, 5 team fouls for the Prowlers.
Thompson gets in the backcourt. Thompson to Soren Anderson. Now back to Micah Thompson. To Ohm. He'll step into 3. Off the mark to the left, and Manning is there for the board.
I know we haven't called him on the offensive end, but number 10, Anka, has really played a nice game for the Prowlers.
Manning battles, dishes to Anka now on cue. He hits a 3. And it's now 39-31.
And now he brings offense to the table, so really nice night for Anka.
Oh, getting pressured. Now gets to Melvin.
I almost get the feeling that Thief River's kind of doing what we do to other teams, Jason.
And Anderson with a nice drive and finish. He's got 8. Anka now driving. Kick out. Rosendahl for 3. In and out, no good. Daniels the board. Yellow Jackets down by 6. Under 6. Ohm with it. Into Thompson. And out of his reach. Anka in the lane. That's Manning again. Backs down the defender. Kicks it out. A 3-pointer, misses everything. Nice catch by Chaz Melvin. Home to Daniels. Anderson trying to drive, kicks Ohm in the lane. Ohm, they come on him, turnaround jumper for him is good for 2.
Yeah, and the spin, I think the other Thief River thought the ball was going to be loose, and on the spin, he turned around and nobody was there and took the wide open 2, so nice recognition by Ohm.
Anka, who just hit a big 3 for the Prowlers, and a timeout. About 5 minutes ago, Yellow Jackets trailed by 4 on the main.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Welcome back here to the hot 501 to go. Inbounding will be Rosendahl. Caleb Rosendahl to Anka. They exchange passes in the backcourt. Anka uses the screen, goes right. Now to Hahn. Zonenson checked in out of the timeout for the Yellow Jackets. Now inside, Olsen, kick out. Hahn's gonna drive. Jumper from the near side, no good, and a foul On Thompson going for the rebound. On inbound. Olsen, kick out, Hahn. Yellow Jackets want to charge. They don't get it on that one, but they do get the loose ball. Thompson with it. To Melvin. Now to Onenson. Onenson. To Anderson. Now Thompson. Down low to Onenson. Onenson gets bumped, trying to work his way first base, and that's swatted away by Olsen. Thompson in the lane. Draws the contact, gets a shot to go. Cuts it to 2 as we approach the 3:40 mark.
And you wonder if you're Thief River, how long you'll go with Manning on the bench. I know you want to give him the breather, and just as I say that, here they come. We're on point tonight, I think, Jason.
Anka with it. Hahn. Anka, kick out. Rosendahl. Picks up his dribble. Now into Olsen. Kick out. Anka. Thought about it. And the Prowler's going to use some clock as Hahn will drive. Kick to Olsen. He'll throw up a shot short. Fights for the board. Tied up. And held ball. Jump ball will be the call. They'll stay with the Prowlers. But that does allow Manning to come back in. Belka will come in for the Yellow Jackets. Autograph night as well tonight, Lance, following the conclusion of this game. So a lot of things going on tonight here at the Hive. That's Rosendahl. Drives in the lane, goes near side. Look for Manning, there he is. Manning just lowers his shoulder, creates space, and kicks it out. And the 3 on its way, it's good from Jack Rosendahl.
And tonight it's always been that second pass. Manning saw across. It was not the first pass, it was the second, getting the Yellow Jackets out of their defensive rotation.
Thompson to the hoop strong, doesn't get it to go, and will go to the line. Chance at the EOT Insurance free throw line. That's on Manning, his 3rd. Thompson is 1 of 3 at the line. Hits that one. Got 12. Chance to cut it to 3 at the line. Does just that.
Little pressure coming here by the Yellow Jackets. Not really tight pressure, but some token pressure. Maybe trying to get that quick, easy turnover.
Rosendahl drives into traffic, shot no good. Rebound to the floor and a foul. It's going to be on the Prowlers. It's 1-1 for the Yellow Jackets as the foul is on Friedrich. And the Jackets will go to the EOT Insurance free throw line with the clock stopped and a chance to cut in the lead even more. That will be Jacob Daniels to the line. He has 6 on the night. And calmly sinks the first. And we'll get the second. 2:18 to go as Daniels at the line. 2 of 2 and a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. We'll take a break. Yellow Jackets cut it to 1.
There are probably plenty of things you'd love to focus on. Your finances? Probably not at the top of the list. Lucky for you, that's what we're here for. From checking and savings to home and auto loans, we'll bring your financial world into focus. Magnify Financial, your world in focus.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
Welcome back here at the Hive. Yellow Jackets trail by a point.
Out of the timeout if we go full court pressure again, and looks that way as Melvin's coming in here. It's kind of one of those things, if they break it and get an easy layup, didn't work out the way you wanted it to, but if you get a turnover, and we do.
Belka, but he throws it away. Looking for Melvin, thought Melvin was going to drive, wasn't there. They continue. Rosendahl gets it into Manning. Now back to Jack Rosendahl.
And this just in, it's still physical out there, Jason. There's a lot of body contact going on.
Almost a steal there by Melvin on the pass to Manning. 2:05 to go here at the Hive. For the Yellow Jackets for the year are 8-3. Caleb Rosendahl.
And again, no hurry for Thief River. You're up. If you can work some backdoor cuts into a layup situation, you can use your timeouts.
Manning drives, off balance shot, no good. Gets the rebound though. The putback too strong. Rebound Thompson.
Boy, if we look back to the play of the game, that might be just it right there, Jason. As the two good looks underneath the basket both fail.
And make sure to keep that. We'll keep it here for this one. And make sure to stay tuned for the Stein Seed post-game show with the Magnify Financial play of the game, as well as your United Community Bank player of the game coming up. And Lance, 1:39 to go. Yellow Jackets trail by a point. Their basketball. You got to think you might be Micah Thompson inside or try to get something for Soren Anderson.
I just have that feeling they're going to try to get that backdoor cut. Anka's been really pressuring Soren Anderson, and I know sometimes you want to go away from who you think's getting the ball, but yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to be going back to that as we get rolling, and I'd look for some sort of backdoor cut as we get going.
Who it was against? It was a switch where they put Soren Anderson inside instead of Micah Thompson. Anderson gets it though. He's going to drive on Anka. Kick out Ohm. Ohm into the lane, dishes to Thompson, off his hands and out of bounds. Oh no, redirected. It'll be Yellow Jacket basketball. Ohm to Melvin, to Ohm, to Thompson. Now to Soren Anderson. Anderson to the hoop, strong, good for two. He's got 10.
Nice slicing bucket there by Anderson. Kind of thought he was going to get trapped underneath, but he kind of just sideways himself into a good shooting possession.
Rosendahl and the timeouts. As we approach a minute, we got a timeout on the Prowlers. We'll take a break.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
here at the Hive. We're down to the final minute and a second. Yellow Jackets by a point. Possession arrow to Thief River Falls. Yellow Jackets have 3 fouls to give. Rosendahl with it. Caleb Rosendahl to Manning. Under a minute. Caleb Rosendahl drives, spins, kick out. Now into Manning, batted away, but he gets it. Manning fires up a tough shot. It goes. Now the Jackets down by points.
There was that backdoor cut I was looking for. Just didn't trust it, and nice job to not turn the ball over.
Ohm off the backboard on the cross-court pass with 26.2 seconds to go. And Belka will come in.
Again, both teams have timeouts, so if you get in a bad situation, the timeout is still in play.
Anka gets the inbounds pass. Belka almost a steal, but he's called for the foul. That's his third. Sideline inbound now for the Prowlers. They get it to Anka, and Anderson with a chop and a foul. His first. Yellow Jackets want to foul again right away. Now to Manning, they foul. It's on Belka. His fourth. This will put the Prowlers at the line. Manning gets the inbounds pass and is fouled. That's going to put Manning at the line, who's 1 of 2 on the night. Fouls on Micah Thompson. That's his fourth. Fortunate for the Yellow Jackets, he hits 2. It's still a 3-point game. But it's 1 and the bonus for Manning. Free throw is good for Jack Manning.
Big shot there in a pressure situation. And this is why these games are so good, Jason, as it gets you ready for these type of things in the playoffs.
Timeout called by the Prowlers. We'll keep this one here as it's just a 30-second timeout. Big free throw coming here to make it a 3-point game.
Yeah, and if you're the Yellow Jackets, I think you have multiple weapons, and that's what this team is built into right now, Jason, is I think it can be a handful of any. The way Chaz was shooting last night, seems very confident again tonight. You know what Micah Thompson can give you around the basket. You also know that Soren Anderson's one of the best scorers around, and then you have kids have been hitting shots tonight. So it hasn't been just 1 or 2 people all the way through, but this is really crucial, I think, if you're Thief River, and then we could talk about does Thief River foul being up by 3.
Free throw by Manning, that's good. Thompson, cross half court with 16. To Ohm. Ohm, the look for 3, it's no good! And Manning gets the rebound to Rosendahl, and they got a foul. With 7.6, Rosendahl will go to the line with a chance to ice it.
And that's one of those you'll look back. Great play, great execution, great shot by Ohm. It just rimmed out.
Free throw, Rosendahl too strong. Anderson the rebound with 5 and a timeout. With 6.1. With 6.1 to go, the Yellow Jackets trail by 3. It's a full timeout, and now Ohm just missed that last 3. Had a good look at it. You got to think him or Soren Anderson will be taking the shot.
Yeah, it was a great play, and now do you run the same play again, or do you change it up? And it's one of those things that I always would love to be in a coach's mind.
And in the coach's mind, we talk about you're shooting 1-and-1. Do you foul the inbound right away.
Well, I mean, I'm almost in the favor of fouling them just for the fact of this, Jason, where they're taking the ball out of bounds. If you can make them inbounds to the back court, take 2 to 3 seconds off and foul, even if they hit 2.
And I believe where they were at, it's going to be on the Thief River side of the timeline, and that's where it is, right in front of our official scores table.
And again, it'll be one of those where they hit one free throw, clank the second one, and put it back in, and you go, why would you do that? But on the other hand, if you can take a couple seconds, get it down to 4 seconds, if the Yellow Jackets hit 2, you take it out of bounds, it's going to be down to about 2, and you're shooting the length of the court, and the Yellow Jackets would have to come back. It would make it pretty difficult. I think that's why I'm not in coaching basketball anymore. There's just too many scenarios, Jason.
Daniels to inbound, Manning the size will be pressuring the inbound. It's to Thompson. Thompson with 3 to Ohm. Ohm leans on, tries to get the foul. The shot is no good, and no call. And the Prowlers will take a 46-43 victory over the Yellow Jackets.
Wow. That Section 8 AA basketball, and we talked about it being tournament-type atmosphere, tournament-type location, and we had a tournament-type game, and you can't ask for any more than that, right down to the last seconds. I still think as long as it took him, Jason, I wonder if you would go back and take and foul, but we can't live in what-if world. What if this shot would have went, and what if this? I think the Yellow Jackets were going where they wanted to, and you saw the reaction by the crowd of, hey, was it? I'd have to go back and replay it, which I'll probably do tonight. Were they straight up and down? Did Ohm lean into the shot? I don't know, because I was so wrapped up in the game that I couldn't even tell here on that what had actually happened, but it was kind of an interesting end to a very, very good game.
Well, we'll take a break, come back with your Stein Seed postgame show here on the Magnitude Sports.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
They say $1 doesn't go far these days, but in my classroom, it does. Especially when I can use it to buy technology to keep my students on the cutting edge of learning.
Arvig donates money to my school through a school partnership program.
$1 of your payment goes to area schools like mine for computers, tablets, smart technology.
It doesn't cost me anything extra to provide a better,
brighter,
more connected classroom.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and we are down with Erica Saylor at Lakes Ace Hardware, downtown Perham. That transition to being a small business owner, how did United Community Bank help with you guys acquiring Lakes Ace Hardware?
They were through the whole process when we starting to do the purchase. They were super helpful, helped us out with everything, and just really easy to work with.
probably plenty of things you'd love to focus on. Your finances? Probably not at the top of the list. Lucky for you, that's what we're here for. From checking and savings to home and auto loans, we'll bring your financial world into focus. Magnify Financial, your world in focus.
And welcome back here to the Hive. The Yellow Jackets drop a tough one tonight by a score of 46-43 to the Thief River Falls Prowlers. The Prowlers improved to 16-6. The Yellow Jackets drop to 13-10. Lanson, just a tough playoff atmosphere type battle here tonight at the Hive.
Right, and it was a great game, Jason. And I know we never want to be on the bottom end of a win or a loss, but I think both teams came out with a win. Both teams are going to know going into playoffs they can play with anybody. This was a physical game from the opening tab to the final possession, and both teams battled through it. You didn't see a lot of kids going, hey, wait a second. There was the occasional look at the official like, did I miss that call or what happened? But in the end, the kids played the game, and they played it really, really well. And I think this just goes to show it. We hit it maybe ad nauseum for the last 3 or 4 times that we've covered the Yellow Jackets, just how tight this section is. And I think you seriously can go 1 through 8, 9, 10, even maybe 11, and you can go, this is going to be good games night in and night out.
And you look, we got a score update sent to us also as well in double overtime, right? Or in overtime with 2 minutes left. DGF leads Holly by 3, 78-75. So that is going down to the wire as well, and that's a big one because if DGF were to drop that, it makes it a must-win game when they play at the end of the season if they want to win the conference when they take on Pelican Rapids on Saturday.
Yeah, it's just it's a fun year, and a lot of years I think we go into this time going, boy, this is the team to beat going into the section, and everybody's gunning for that one team. I think you could throw a dart at a dartboard right now, Jason, and it might be that one team might be what you land on.
And I'm kind of wondering, if you look through this 1 through 8, I just wonder what team is going to be able to put 4 solid games together and make that run.
Right, and if it's this physical, and you wonder what's going to be the thing that separates. Is it going to be foul trouble? Is it going to be what's going to – because something's got to give here as tight as these guys played, and you've watched game in, game out all the way through. There's been rarely a game that's been decided by 20 points or more. It's usually nip and tuck just like it was tonight.
Take a look at our scoring first for the visitors and the victors, the Prowlers of Thief River Falls. Leading the way is our United Community Bank player of the game, Jack Manning. He had 15 points. Jack Rosendahl had 10. 8 points on the board for Caleb Rosendahl. 6 points for Jake Frederick. 3 for Jack Anka. 2 each for Brady Olson and Trevor Rose. And Lance, I kind of alluded to it there. Jack Manning, he was really a big key in the cog for this Thief River Falls Prowlers team.
Right, and you look at his scoring totals, and that says a little bit to the story of his game. He missed a few easy shots early on that I think he'd love to have back, just telling by his body language. But he was kind of taking on and absorbing double, triple, sometimes quadruple teams, and he would get his own shot up, and sometimes they were forced. But I think when they really turned the corner was when he started to make that kick-out pass to the far corner, and the far corner would rotate the ball one more time, and they had like 3 or 4 open threes, and they hit them all. And I think that's the difference in the game, and credit to Jack Manning. His scoring was great, but being able to pass out of those double, triple teams was even better.
And you're almost leading into our Magnifying Financial play of the game. There was some big threes. Jack Honka hit a big one, and there's another one, but I think you got to go down to that last play of the game. And the defense by Thief River Falls. A lot of questions. I'm sure people are perhaps hitting rewind, maybe looking back to see, was there a foul on that three-point attempt? Was there a lean in? But either way, it's no call. And it ends up being the Prowlers 46-43, and I think that's our moment of the game.
Definitely. And if one thing came out of tonight for me that opened my eyes was Thief River Falls' defense. And I knew they could score. You alluded to it in the pregame show that, hey, these guys can put up some serious points. I was really wondering, could they win a game 46-43? And they proved it tonight that they could. And for them, I think that has to be a feather in their cap going, hey, not only did we go on the road, but we played in an environment that was tournament type, and we came away with a 3-point victory.
Definitely will change things up in the QRF standings. It'll be interesting to take a look tomorrow. And, the Pelican Rapids Vikings might be the benefactor of this one as well. Already with the 2 victories over the Yellow Jackets, have a chance to perhaps jump them.
Right, and again, hats off to both teams, Jason. I think if you're just looking to watch a good game, I think I'm going to go back and rewatch this one tonight because it was just that type of game. It was that teeter-totter of the leads back and forth, and both teams and both coaches making different adjustments that really led to good play for both teams. And who knows, this may be the first one of 2 that we see these teams play against each other, depending on where the seeds fall.
Should be very interesting to see how things play out. But Lance, tonight the Prowlers pick up win number 16 and improve to 16-6. The Yellow Jackets drop to 13-10. Yellow Jackets close out the regular season on the road Thursday night. They take on Bemidji, while the Prowlers go and take on War Road to close out the regular season on the 4th. Well, that will do it for us tonight from the Hive. We thank you for tuning in. Tonight, the Prowlers earn a 46-43 victory. And take care, Teddy Bear.
Proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.